Hey guys, it's Aaron the Ho, and today we're going to do the water and drop test for the Naztech Vault Plus case for the iPhone 5 and the 5S. This is a Touch ID compatible case, and it will protect your phone from a drop of 6.6 feet, which is pretty average, but its waterproofing is 16 feet, which is pretty incredible. Real usage, real reviews. Mobilereviews-eh.ca. We've already done the pre-water test with it. Didn't have any troubles with the case. We're actually going to put a real iPhone into it, and we're just going to dip it into the sink of water. One of the things I was trying to figure out is why this case was a little more waterproof than others. And as you can tell, there is this groove here, a very, very deep groove along the back side of the case. And so the front cover easily just slides right into that groove. And that groove now is very, very deep. And so now the case is fully installed, and my guess is because the water pressure is actually pushing on the side of the case, and because the seal isn't actually in the middle of the case, that it provides better protection. That's the only reason that I can kind of hypothesize in terms of why this case is much more waterproof than a Life-Free or a Nude or Preserver. So we are going to take it apart again. Got a real live phone. It's turning on. Going to install it, and we're just going to quickly dump it in. We're going to make sure that the case is all installed properly. So we've got the video going. We're not actually recording anything, and we're just going to dip it in. So that's an Naztech Vault. We'll swish it around, pretend that it fell into a stream of some sort if you're camping or walking around, or if you dropped into a grody parking lot puddle. So this case has two plugs. One of them is for the lightning port connector, and the other one is for the headphone jack, and they're water seal plugs according to their documentation. And they're actually pretty simple. They're not nothing fancy. There's no screw plugs or anything. They just come out like this. And so as you can tell, the inside of the case is not wet. Same with the headphone jack. Not wet at all. It's a pretty simple case. It's fairly expensive. This is it costs just as much as the other cases. So I'm going to turn the phone off. I'm going to peel it back. So that's the groove that I was talking about. Inside of the case, I don't actually see any water. The back of the case looks completely dry. So we toss it around in the water. Let's go outside and drop it on some concrete, because that's what we do. The phone actually moves inside the case. It's a little annoying. All right, so we're outside. We're going to do the drop test. Got a camera there. We have a iPhone 5S recording slow-mo. That is a Tool Atmos 3 case that we are currently reviewing. This case I don't think is going to come apart, just because how it wraps around the entire back of the case. I don't think there's going to be any problem. We're not going to have any problem with the case coming apart. It'll be interesting to see, and I don't even think how the case is set up. There's that sled that you put the phone in, and you wrap this case around. The sled wraps around the corners of the iPhone, so it'd be really tough to break the iPhone screen as well, I think. So, this is about 5 feet. It bounces really well, though. I do have to make a note about the the quality of the case. Now, I've got a really white case, and it's really nice. I kept it in my jeans yesterday, and I've actually stained some of it blue, which is a little annoying. All right, last drop, 6759. There's nothing wrong with the case. It's still recording. We're going to crack it open real quick, and we're just going to take a look at the iPhone to see if there's any noticeable physical damage. The case hasn't come apart, the kickstand, but that's a kickstand. I'm not too concerned about that. Like, it hasn't peeled apart. And let's pull it off. That was the sled I was talking about. How you can see that, like, it wraps around the corner of the iPhone, and then you got the corners of the front piece. So there's a lot of protection going on your iPhone. And as you can tell, there is really nothing wrong with the iPhone. Screen is still intact. All in all, I think the Naztech Vault passes its waterproof and drop test. There are certain other things that I'm a little annoyed with this case, but in terms of protection, I do think it will suffice. The screen usability is really lacking with this case, but I'll cover that in the full review. I'm Aaron the Ho. If you got any questions for me, leave them in the comments section below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Check out our website, because we've got a website. We do stuff like that now. And we're also on Instagram. Apparently, guys, you like it. So, thank you for watching.